This American Heart Month, we're carving out time to make better habits.
Yes, we are. Dr. Natalie Gentile is here with some healthy meal ideas to take better care of your heart. So today we're talking about plant-based foods. Dr. Natalie, do you think that you are 100% plant-based right now? Like, I know your diet kind of mirrors this.
Yeah, I would say I'm about as close to 100% as one can get.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, what are your favorite plant-based foods? I need you to really jazz these up for me because I want to enjoy them and I want to eat like you, but I know that obviously busy life is tough.
Okay, can we take a step back? Do what you like to do, but just add more plants.
Okay.
How about that? Okay, so here's how I counsel my patients. Take what you can afford to cook, have access to, and like to eat. That has cultural influences too, right? Like everybody likes to eat different stuff. And let's just make it more colorful. So add more fiber to that plate. Maybe swap out some of your animal fat sources with plant fat sources. So I'm talking avocados, for example, as opposed to butter. You know, like swapping out some of these sources to more plant-based ones can make a huge difference. I'm talking like incremental reduction in cardiovascular disease risk just by making some of these easy swaps. So for maybe it's a meatless Monday. Cool, that's a good start.
Oh, I love alliteration too.
Yeah, and it feels right.
It does.
Cute.
It does.
Cute. So yeah, adding in some beans, adding in some baked tofu. These are plant protein sources. And you can make them, you know, within a dish that you already enjoy cooking, but it's just a quick swap that'll add more fiber, less saturated fat, good omega-3 sources, which will really help your heart.
And I love purchasing healthy foods. I love having them in my refrigerator. They look so pretty.
I love looking at them.
Yes, I do. But they go bad really quickly, and I often find myself wasting food. That's the biggest problem, because I really try to live this life, but it doesn't always happen because I go to reach for the lettuce and it's brown.
Yeah. So what do you think are the best shelf-stable, heart-healthy foods?
So let's talk about canned stuff and frozen stuff.
Okay.
Very heart healthy and shelf stable. So canned beans, I've got tons of them. Canned veggies, got tons of them in our pantry. Frozen fruits and vegetables, absolutely. So those are things that are also, in a lot of cases, more affordable and shelf stable. I also want to plug for meal prepping. I'm a huge fan of meal prepping, and part of that is freezing the meals that you're making. So I love to make a big old batch of breakfast burritos with tons of veggies and tofu and beans, wrap them up, freeze them. Now they're grab and go. I can just heat it in the morning, but I'm not worried about it going bad. I think we've talked about it before, my black bean brownies. I freeze a bunch of those. Oatmeal balls, I freeze a bunch of those. You know, they've got flax seeds, chia seeds, they've got good proteins in them, good fat sources from things like nut butters, but frozen, so they're gonna last.
In my head, I am you.
Yeah.
This is the life that I want to live. I don't know, have you always eaten like this? And if you haven't, how have you seen your life, your health, like just everything change?
Yeah, we made this change, my husband and I, when we were in medical school. I have a personal history of cancer. We both have family histories of cancer, heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So when we learned that we could just incorporate more plants toward a vegetable forward pattern and the effects it could have on our health, we said we can't unsee this.
Right.
And we've noticed incredible differences. So in blood pressure, in cholesterol numbers, in energy levels. It's been really remarkable.
And I think about, like, after you eat certain foods, they just make you feel miserable. Like right now in my late 30s, any kind of red meat, I know I'm going to pay for. So it's just, to be honest with you, not worth it. I don't have the time to give to pay for.
But while you're eating it, it's great, right?
For those
for
5
a few
minutes.
minutes.
Exactly. And I think that right now, more than ever, we are all dealing with being lethargic, especially this time of year. I mean, natural energy can be given from these plant-based foods.
Certainly. So we know that these plant-based foods are affecting our gut microbiome, so our gut bacteria. They feed off of this prebiotic fiber, and that's what helps promote that decrease in inflammation, that boost in our immunity throughout the body. It's real effects that you're feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we're talking a lot about heart health, and heart attacks in women is something that is happening far too often. What are some signs and symptoms that you may be headed down that road where that could possibly happen to you?
And it can be different in women. Heart disease is a leading cause of death in our country year after year after year. In women, it might present more looking like reflux. You could have some nausea or some vomiting. You could have some burning in the middle of the chest. That fatigue, very nonspecific, right? It's not necessarily going to be that elephant sitting on your chest, radiating chest pain to the left arm. And so it's really important for women to hone in and listen into their symptoms and get checked out. That's not going to hurt to get checked out.
Right. It is not.
And in changing your diet, it helps.
Yes.
It helps
that plus exercise, you know I'm a big fan.
It is
right.
easy. We're all taking notes. Thank
are.
you, Dr. Natalie
you.
Gentile. If you're interested in learning more about direct care physicians of Pittsburgh or Rebel Wellness, we're going to have more info on our website, kdk.com/talkpittsburgh.